Many kinds of organisms can cause disease. They enter the body. There, they multiply. If they multiply enough, they kill cells that help keep the body alive. As they multiply, the disease can become infectious. An infectious disease can spread from one person to another. Some diseases spread from animals or insects to people. Throughout history, infectious diseases have impacted mankind. One of the world's most dreaded diseases is smallpox. There are 3,000-year-old mummies that show signs of smallpox. Smallpox was a scourge around the world. It killed millions of people. Then, in 1796, a doctor in England named Edward Jenner figured out a way to stop smallpox. He performed the world's first vaccination. To make his vaccine, Jenner used the cowpox virus, which mainly affects cows. He showed that giving a person one virus could protect them against a related and more deadly virus. Jenner's discovery led to the word vaccination. It comes from the Latin word vacca, which means cow. Science is the basis for vaccination. Jenner used the scientific method to make his discovery. Observation is the first step in the scientific method. Jenner observed that dairy maids who got cowpox never got smallpox. The next step in the scientific method is to form a hypothesis. Jenner hypothesized that contracting the cowpox infection would protect a person from becoming ill due to smallpox. The next step in the scientific method is to test the hypothesis. Jenner tested his hypothesis. He first infected a person with cowpox. He then infected them with smallpox. That was considered a big risk at the time. Yet, the patient survived. Jenner concluded that cowpox infection protects from smallpox. Almost 2 centuries later, smallpox was wiped out. Across the globe, people were immunized. Smallpox could no longer spread. In 1980, scientists declared that smallpox no longer infected anyone in the world. All vaccine developments since Dr. Jenner stem from his work. Measles is an infection that is easily passed on from person to person. A virus causes this disease. Its most obvious symptom is a rash over the whole body. The virus spreads through the air. Before the measles vaccine, doctors treated several million cases a year. Many people died from measles. In 1968, Maurice Hilleman developed a vaccine against measles. In 2000, scientists declared that measles was wiped out in the Americas. Polio is another contagious disease. It is also caused by a virus. It attacks the body's nervous system. Polio can cause severe paralysis. During the 20th century, polio killed thousands of children. In the 1950s, it was among the most serious diseases in children. To treat polio patients, hospitals used a machine called the iron lung. The iron lung helped polio victims to breathe. Then, in 1955, Jonas Salk developed a polio vaccine. A few years later, Dr. Albert Sabin created an oral polio vaccine. Widespread use of the polio vaccine began. By 1979, this program led to the complete elimination of polio in the U.S. Since the 1800s, doctors and researchers have used the scientific method to develop vaccines. Today, these vaccines protect people all over the world from deadly diseases.